It's amazing what a little team meeting can do for the morale of the squad. We've gone on an amazing run at the moment. Hopefully it can continue. Hello and welcome to episode 13 of Treasure Hunter here on Football Manager 23. I'm Russ. Today we have two games for you. The first one is home to bottom of the table, Bradford in the league. And then I'm torn for the second one. We're either going to be playing Colchester in the Pizza Cup or Wimbledon in the FA Cup. I'm edging more towards Wimbledon as they are top, I think they're top. Yeah, top of League 2, so I think that's the game we will show. Since you guys were last with us, you saw the Lincoln and Cambridge games where we started off this run. We've only lost one since then. We then beat Wigan 6-3 in that game. Gates picking up 5 goals and missed a penalty, so he couldn't got himself a double hat-trick there. We then had a Desmond 2-2 against Salford in the FA Cup. We set up a second round, a replay with them where we beat them 2-1 at our ground. We beat MK Dons 1-0 in the Papa John's Trophy, which topped our group. We then beat Charlton 4-0, lost to Sheffield Wednesday, as I said, and beat Exeter 2-1 in the most recent game. That leaves us 11th in the table now. We have won 8, drawn 2 and lost 8, 26 points. So we're slowly getting ourselves back up towards the playoff positions. I don't know if we're going to be in with a shout for automatic or the title this year. We are 16 points off MK Dons and 14 points off Huddersfield, so it's a tall ask. Fingers crossed we can do it. Transfers then, we are losing 2 players. We've got Nick Anderson going to Cambridge and Connolly going to Grimsby. In the last episode we were trying to negotiate them out. They have now left us. We have had an injection of cash. It was 1.6 I think it was that come in. Where would it show up on here? I can't see anyone there, but it was 1.6 just to keep the club afloat. We're now edging towards the red again there, but we do have money for transfer. We have 1.3 million there. I'm going to move some of it into the wage budget now. I'm going to go to there because we're not going to spend that sort of money. That gives us now 10k to play with, 101k a month, a week in wage budget there. So we can bring some defenders in. We definitely need to bring them in. I think that's the one area we are weak at the moment. We do have a couple of players in on trial though. So if we have a look here and then look at the trial lists, we've got Matty Smith, who can play anywhere in the front free, anywhere down the left hand side. We're predominantly going to bring him in, possibly to play out here, give a little bit of support to the players there, or to play in this position here. Wide midfielder on support. He can play there. That's the option we're going to be looking at. Whether or not we can get him to come in is a different story. And then the other one is Jack Stevens. We've got him in on a trial, formerly of Bournemouth and Southampton. He has Premier League pedigree. But then again, the other Premier League player that we've got on our hands that played games in Norris isn't doing too well. So we'll see how well their trials go. So let's jump into the Bradford game. As I said, they are bottom of the table, so we are expected to beat them. And the team we are putting out there to get that result is Norris in goal, a back four of Gordon, Wilson, Brown, Katongo in power, Camera at the base midfield with Brown and Allardyce in front of him, Evans in Ward supporting Collins up front. We are giving Gates a bit of a rest. He is knackered, same as McCormick. We're just playing so many games at the moment around the same sort of time. We just need to rest as many of these players as we can to get through the cups, get through the games, and get us where we need to be going. I think we need to be picking up a trophy. We haven't done so just yet, and the series is Treasure Hunter. We're there to try and win trophies, there to try and win as much as we can and add it to the treasure chest or the trophy cabinet, if you will. And we've just had a corner there where we have headed over. It's our first attempt on goal. We've had 2 shots, both of them off target inside the first minute there. And now it is Bradford with a throw-in. Gordon wins the ball. He's on this left-hand side, boots it clear, trying to find Collins. Collins ducked his head when trying to win the corner, the cross. We managed to get it with Ward though. He's on his own. He's got options to his right, and he goes on his own. It might have been easier just to cut it across the Bradford defenders there, with Collins and Evans there. I think it was Evans that had the no, it wasn't. Sorry, it was Ward, wasn't it? With Collins and Evans there to have the shot, they might have been the better options, playing the shadow striker and the striker role. It is now with Bradford on this right hand side. The ball gets whipped in. Norris is there to pick up the ball. He's clutching the ball to his chest and he's just waiting for options for us. We can go right, we can go left. He decides to go to Wilson Brown on this left-hand side. It's a bit of a weird throw. That was a poor pass. That was poor. Luckily, we've not sold ourselves there. We put the ball forward, trying to get Collins. We do get it to Collins. Beats the... I think he's offside. Or was it a goal kick? I don't know what's happened there. He beat the Bradford goalkeeper to the ball, but the tight angle, instead of playing it into the box, he went for a shot. It was the poor option. 35 minutes on the clock. Goal kick then for Bradford. He's playing up through the centre. They've got space on their left-hand side, and that was a poor pass, and then we've capitalised now. Ward gives it back to Allardyce into Camera. Camera shifts it forward. Collins nicely one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And he doesn't miss, does he, when he's one-on-one with the goalkeeper there. Bristol Rovers 1, Bradford 0. It was coming, wasn't it, that goal? It was definitely coming. Just glad Collins got onto the end of it and put it into the back of the net. He's such a good player for this team. I mean, he's a good player in real life as well. As we approach half-time, we are 1-0 up. Looking at these match stats, Bradford cannot cope with us at the moment. We are controlling things very, very nicely. I'm just going to have a look at the fitness of our players. Gordon is the most tired player, but I haven't got anyone who can play. Well, I've got Wilson Brown who can play there, so we'll bring Dan on. Stick Wilson Brown out there. I mean, Wilson Brown with that poor pass from the ball playing defender role. It's not what you need him to do. We want him playing nicely, some good passes, getting towards our players and just creating the opportunities, not giving opportunities to Bradford. We're at the hour mark now, so we will make another substitution here. Who's going to be coming off? I'm edging towards Breen coming on for Katongo. And I think we need to make a change up front. Grant Ward's not playing the best, so we'll bring Burstow on for him there. Give him half an hour on the pitch. And then make a couple more changes. Maybe we bring Ward or Collins off. Bring Pierrick on the last 10 minutes of the game. If you guys are enjoying this sort of content, these Let's Play saves, why not let me know with comments down in the comment sections, likes on the videos, and subscribes. We're at 261 subs at the moment, so we are edging towards the target 300 before the end of FM23. So any support would be absolutely fantastic as Norris picks up the ball in his box. What's he going to do with it? What's he going to do? He rolls it into Camera, the deep line playmaker. Gives it back to Green. That's not the play we really wanted. We wanted him going forward. Although Burstow's got this ball. He's in the box. One on the keeper. Puts it into the roof of the net. Bristol Rovers 2. Bradford City 0. And a cartwheel from Burstow. I remember having Burstow in my Altrincham team. No, it wasn't. It was my Birmingham team. And he did absolutely nothing for me. He was poor. Just couldn't get the goals. And Evans rattles the crossbar. Rattles the crossbar with that free kick there. We are going to make a couple of substitutions. We will bring on, as I said, Pierrick can come on for Evans. Swap there and go up there. And the last trick we will do will be... I don't know. I guess we bring Ward on just to make a substitution. Give him a league game. And just see at the last 5 minutes of this match, it has been a comfortable win for us. Bradford have never really got out of the blocks, and we have just peppered their goal. Or at least peppered the crowd with shots. We had 20 shots and 7 of those were on target. But there's the full-time whistle. We are winners in this match. Collins picking up man of the match, I do believe. Although it might go to Cam with the 8.4 rating there. We are going to go into the second round of the FA Cup, but we will let you know how we get on against Colchester. Before we do that, let's have a look at the league. We're in 10th with the game in hand, so we could go up to 9th with the victory there. We're not going to catch Peterborough because of goal difference, but then again, we might play a game, they might lose one, we might still have a game in hand on them and we can catch them. But for now, let's go to the FA Cup. We are ready then for the Wimbledon game in the FA Cup. We beat Colchester. It was an edgy game. We scored in the 92nd minute to get through on that when we set ourselves up with a third round tie against Chelsea under 21. So if we can come through that, that would be fantastic. But for the time being, we need to get through to the third round of the FA Cup, don't we? We need to beat Wimbledon at their ground, and the team we're putting out there to do that is Norris in goal. A back four of Wilson, Brown, Clark, Bowitt and Gibbons. Power at the basis midfield, Gordon and Camera in front of him. Evans and Ward supporting Collins up front. We did go with Burstow, Glatzel and Collins in the last game, so that's why we're resting the bigger names I probably should have rested them and put them in for this match. I mean, the FA Cup is a game that can win you money, whilst the Pizza Cup is just a trophy for us at the end of the day. So it's whether or not we want to weigh up winning the Pizza Cup or getting some money for the club. I mean, both is great, but we just can't compete on both fronts. And Wimbledon have a throw in here. It's the first highlight of this game. It's a big header from us trying to find Collins. We can't find him. He stumbles into it though. They sort of slowed the Wimbledon attack down. They're whipping that one across. We've got players in the box, and luckily the finish is poor. Norris isn't the best at saving them, we know that. So luckily that wasn't affecting us. In comes the corner. Rovers head on this one, please. No, it is a Wimbledon head, and it is a poor header. And goes wide. 20 minutes on the clock. We haven't really got ourselves into this match yet. I'm going to shout at the players. I'm going to give them a little bit of encouragement. Hopefully that can G them up to do something. Looks like Ward has picked up a knock here. We'll have a look at his fitness. What's he like at the moment? I mean, he's okay, but Camera's looking pretty tired. Maybe that's a substitution we do need to make at half-time. It's telling me to make that substitution now, so we will make it at half-time. I don't think he's going to make it into the second half. Let's do those substitutions then. So, they want me to bring on McCormick for him. Gavin Ward, can he? Grant Ward? Grant Ward can play there, so I think we'll do Burstow on there. Swap him so he sits a little bit deeper. That seems to be the only substitution I want to make at the moment. We haven't got anyone who can come on for Gordon, so he's just going to have to stay out there. Fingers crossed this is going to give us the cutting edge. We have had 2 shots on target, but our XG is poor. Got a throw in here. Power, right hand side, gives it to Burstow. Burstow turns, gets the byline, cuts it into Collins with the reverse header. And it's just past the post. It's a nice idea. We just need to capitalise, don't we? We need to be a little bit more clinical. We're at the hour mark now. We'll give him 5 more minutes and then we'll make some substitutions. I think Collins needs to come off. We'll make those changes now. Galatesor can come on. Stick him up front. And do we change it right back? We do. We'll go with Gibbons coming off. Jonas coming on for him. 25 minutes to get ourselves the winner. Let's fire these boys up. Let's go on the attacking mentality as well. Little jump in play there as my youngest come up to ask me what a dinosaur, the dinosaur was called that he had in his hand. 4 minutes left to go. I think we're going to be going to another replay in this game. We're going to take Clark off, bring Dan on for him. And we're going to do, I mean, Gordon wants to come off, but we have no one to play out there. Do we push him forward and go with a more traditional 4-2-3-1? I think that's what we need to do, because Galatesor could play out there. And put Burstow up front. That's what we're going to do. So Pirik can come on here. Push him up there. Swap wings. Go with this. Move you over. You can go in there. You can sit there. It's a traditional 4-2-3-1, isn't it? Something that we're not really wanting to do in this. But with the players we've got on the bench, we need to do it. And it is a 0-0 draw. So we are going to go to a replay. Another game that we don't want. Another 90 minutes of football that we're putting into tired legs already. It's, yeah, not ideal. It's not what we want. And when is that going to be played? It's going to be played on the 20th of December. So, I think we'll come back for the Salford and the MK Dons game. I mean, if we're in the 3rd round of the FA Cup, we will do the MK Dons and the FA Cup game. But at the moment, it is Salford and MK Dons. In terms of the table then, we are 10th. We are 3 points behind Peterborough and Swansea, who sit above us. 5 points behind playoffs. So there's a chance we can get it. And I think we will catch them as the season progresses. We're definitely showing signs of life in us after the horrendous start that we had where we're near the bottom of the table. So yeah, things are going good for us. So if you guys have enjoyed that, why don't you drop a big thumbs up on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already done so. And as always, folks, thank you very much for watching.